met Richard in my first year of law school. I think opposites attract would be a perfect way to describe it. I was very quiet, very shy, and he was very outgoing and very charming.
My dad would love to have parties for me for my birthdays, and he'd love to make them extravagant. And we'd like go swimming, and we'd do karaoke and have cake and everything. And it was really funny.
Whenever he was playing with us kids, like, he would really come out as kind of like, you know, like a kid, and like he really knew how to make things fun with us.
By the time our fourth child was born, Richard had become a very successful lawyer. We were living the dream. Under the surface, though, there were tensions between Richard and my family. When Richard first met my father, they did not hit it off at all, and he resented my close relationship with my father. It was this competition almost. Who I loved more. After about 17 years of marriage, the relationship had become very strained.
We already ate. No, if you would just call me.
Well, I'm the one that works around here. I don't have to explain myself.
Rick seemed to be going through a midlife crisis.
And don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you.
He would always be yelling at her.
I deserve something better than this, Susan.
I was 7 years old, and it was just sort of a thing that we thought was normal. We thought it happened with every family.
What's happened to you?
Rick told me that I wasn't making him happy.
We need to talk. So go make sure that the kids are in bed, and then you come downstairs.
Okay.
Go.
I didn't know what to expect at all.
So listen.
He told me he wanted to get to the bottom of the reason that our marriage was on the rocks. And he said he could be my counselor.
Okay. Here's how
He
this
wanted to help me to look at my past and why I struggled the way I did.
What is your first memory?
He asked questions about the relationships in the family.
I shared a room with my sister.
And pretty soon he started to focus on my relationship with my dad.
Your dad? Yeah.
It seemed to be the same old story.
Were you his favorite?
Come on, Rick.
He was trying to knock my dad off his pedestal. It seemed to be becoming an obsession. I had a box that was filled with mementos from my childhood. He was focused on helping me recover repressed memories involving my dad.
Now this. You gotta try to remember this. Come on.
And then I didn't know what to say, and so I just stopped. That made him mad.
You're so repressed, Susan.
He insisted that I take cocaine.
Take it!
This helps you talk. You have to take it. I was so confused and so scared.
What did your dad do? Come on.
And all of a sudden, I felt something pop into my head. My dad was in the room.
What'd he do?
He said, Susan.
He said, Susan, roll over and go back to sleep.
Baby, this is it. This is it. Your father's a pedophile.
I had no memories of my dad molesting my friend. I said, Rick, this has just gone way off track.
These aren't real memories.
Yeah. Don't even think of trying to back out of this now.
It just kept getting worse and worse.
I'm doing this for you.
There was no saying no.
This is your father's handwriting, isn't it?
He was able to piece together conclusive evidence that my dad was the ringleader of this horrible satanic cult that molested children.
I've done it. See, you were your father's favorite.
He said I was brutally raped and passed around from, party to, as a child. No, I was horrified.
Yes.
I said, I don't remember that.
What the? You get on the right side of the game. What happened?
And said, you know this is what happened. Why do you keep defending your dad?
Who got molested?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Who?
He was so loud and scary.
What happened?
My dad molested me.
And I would nod, I would,
Who got molested?
Everybody, all of the kids in the
I didn't allow myself the luxury of thinking something contrary to what Rick was requiring.
Okay.
And eventually, he broke me. I believed it.
You're a good girl.
He knew that I had a friend from junior high and high school living in the area,
Listen, look at this.
and he insisted that I call her and see what she remembered of my family.
She looked like life had been hard for her. I was a little surprised.
I have a favorite axe.
Sure.
She said, "Can you help me put together the pieces of my life that I don't remember? I have a lot of memories that are missing."
Lisa, I have some shocking news.
Oh, my Susan. And you've never remembered any of this before?
I thought it was odd, strange.
It's all in her subconscious.
Everything he said, she would agree with him.
Okay, we can't let him get away with this, okay? He has destroyed her life.
Yes, I do remember that.
I start calling her daily. We talk about memories.
But how could your dad have been there too?
But my goal was really to give Susan a different perspective.
It was impossible.
It actually occurred to me, has Susan actually become brainwashed into being somebody different?
Right, okay.
He was able to push buttons and triggers to bring her back to a point where she was a shy, insecure little girl.
We needed to get more memories. This was all he wanted to do round the clock. Rick started flipping through this photo album and he just saw white.
Why is your dad smirking?
Or the way he was holding one of my daughters on his lap.
Why would you let him do that? I see now what you've been doing. No. You let him touch the kids! Disgust me! Just like your dad. How could you do this?
I didn't have any memories of doing that.
Okay, now listen. Now you tell me what you've done.
He believed this story. That went a long way to make it believable to me.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, tell them what you just told me. She just told me that she's been molesting you.
Sorry.
Okay.
I don't remember any of that.
You've blocked it out because what she's done is so traumatic for you.
Well, I can't remember her molesting me, so obviously Dad must be right.
I'm sorry.
But I couldn't unring the bell.
Well,
I didn't remember molesting my children, but I had to believe it. He took me out to say goodbye to the kids.
I'm very proud of your mother. She's gonna go to the sheriff's office to confess all the things she's done. Your wife wants to make a confession.
I wanted to be believed. I wanted to be credible. I wanted to be arrested to testify against my dad. I started my confession. I had to state my name, so I said, I'm Susan Hamlin.
I'm a member of a satanic cult.
And I've molested all 4 of my children.
My father is the leader of the cult, and we are planning to kill my husband.
This is a bizarre story, ma'am.
Finally, I started to get to the truth.
Susan, I've spoken to your kids, okay? They don't remember you molesting them.
I remember telling the detective, I'm confused. I'm so confused.
I don't know what to do.
Are you saying that your kids are lying?
I don't know.
They told us that their father was the one hitting you. We've talked to Lisa Klum, and it was at that point that she began to open up.
Once he told me what the kids had shared, I was able to then talk about the violence and the brainwashing.
Richard convinced me that it was true.